Here's a question that keeps millions of men awake at night. Does size really matter? Well, scientists finally got women to answer this question honestly using 3D printed models, and the results will shock you. If you've ever wondered what women actually prefer, this video will change everything you think you know about attraction and confidence. The research reveal. I'm your name, and today we're covering groundbreaking research that debunks everything you think you know. For decades, studies were unreliable because they used drawings, but researchers at UCLA did something genius. They created 3D printed models and let women physically choose their preferences. Here's what they found. Discovery 1. Context matters more than size. Women preferred different sizes for one-night stands versus long-term relationships. Discovery 2. For long-term relationships, women's preferences were much closer to average than men assume. Discovery 3. Width mattered more than length for satisfaction. The shocker. 84% of women reported being completely satisfied with their partner's size, regardless of measurements. But here's the real kicker. Men consistently overestimate what women want. The psychology. Why do these preferences exist? The psychology is fascinating. Short-term encounters. Slight preference for larger size, possibly to compensate for reduced emotional connection with physical sensation. Long-term relationships. Preference shifted toward average because psychological connection became more important than pure physical sensation. But here's what really matters. Confidence trumps size every time. One study found that men who were confident about their bodies, regardless of actual size, had partners who reported higher satisfaction. When you're anxious about performance, you're not present for the experience. Individual variation is massive. Every woman is different, and what satisfies one person has nothing to do with your worth as a partner. What really drives satisfaction? Multiple studies show the same pattern. The factors that create real satisfaction are emotional connection, feeling safe and desired, communication, expressing needs and preferences, attention and presence, focusing on experience over performance, understanding anatomy, knowing how pleasure actually works, patience and care, prioritizing your partner's experience. Notice what's not on this list. Measurements. Technique trumps size every time. The research shows satisfaction correlates with communication skills, emotional connection, and genuine care for your partner's pleasure. The most satisfied couples focus on mutual pleasure rather than individual performance. They communicate openly, experiment together, and build real intimacy. Here's the confidence factor. When you're secure and present, your partner feels that energy. When you're anxious and self-conscious, that affects everything. The mindset shift. Here's the mindset shift those changes everything. Stop asking, am I enough? Start asking, how can we create amazing experiences together? Stop focusing on what you can't change. Start mastering what you can control. The research is clear. Satisfaction comes from connection, communication, and care. These are skills you can develop. The truth. The most attractive thing you can bring isn't a specific body type. It's genuine confidence, emotional availability, and desire to create mutual pleasure. Focus on becoming the best partner you can be, not measuring up to imaginary standards. So does size matter? It's less important than most men think. What matters infinitely more is your ability to connect, communicate, and care. These create lasting satisfaction. Remember, you are enough, exactly as you are. Focus on connection over comparison, confidence over insecurity. If this changed your perspective, smash that like button, Subscribe for more relationship psychology and let me know in the comments what surprised you most. You've got this.